Fire, 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 fire. Yeah, the disturbing world of Looksmaxxing. Wait, 10 out of 10 on this guy and then 3 out of 10 on Ryan Gosling? Dude, that's fucked up. There's no way. There's no way in good conscience you can say Ryan Gosling is a 3 out of 10. I'm okay.
What would you rate Michael B. Jordan?
About 4 out of 10, maybe 3.5. Super facially challenged.
Ryan Gosling is a 5.75 out of 10 facially.
Yo, we're getting cooked.
I would say Sydney Sweeney is very attractive.
I would say that she's pretty malformed.
Spend a few minutes online,
But he's rage baiting.
and it's very easy to feel ugly.
But then, you know what the problem is that these fucking dumb kids that watch him and take him seriously, because I can take him for entertainment purposes. Like, for example, the first time I ever heard of clavicular, it was Pippa quote retweeting and saying based when he ran over that guy that was harassing him. Yeah, like, I thought that was kind of fucking funny. And he got away with it, too. Like, I'm just saying.
And in response
That
to
was
that,
pretty base.
a whole
Yeah,
movement
fuck
has
'em. You
grown
get harassed,
around
you get
trying to
run
fix it.
over.
It's called Looksmaxxing. For most guys,
I think he's a
this
rage
involves
baiter,
grooming better, getting in shape, and ultimately feeling more confident.
Yeah,
But we're
sure.
seeing this being
That's good.
taken
That's
to
a good
increasingly
thing.
extreme lengths.
I use crystal for hollow cheeks, and
That's like saying I don't eat food for a week so I can have more hollowed out cheeks. Like, bro.
I would say the trend is
Yeah,
quite
just a little crystal meth. It's not, there's nothing wrong with a little crystal meth, chat.
positive.
I've been experimenting on and off with bone smashing to see if I can improve my
What is
facial
that, a
structure.
hammer?
Well, that was the exact plot of a SpongeBob episode with Handsome Squidward.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of this isn't satire. Online,
Yeah.
people are now analysing faces like stock charts, calling movie stars average, while kids are asking if they look subhuman. Some
That's so cooked. See, that's the difference. I can tell the difference between entertainment and like, haha, this is funny and extreme. But then there's kids who unironically believe that, and then they grow up and then they have dysmorphia.
older members even begged them to leave.
Get off the forum, Youngblood, now. Go gym, stay active, well, and go outside, make friends. See, that's based. Yeah, he knows what this is about.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, it's
So what's
cooked.
going on? Why are men now
Based.
breaking their own bones, injecting black market drugs, and gambling their health, all in the
Yep.
hopes of looking more like terror chads?
Oh my god, dude. Dude, that's too much.
What do you think?
The mog off is crazy. What the fuck is a mog off?
What you just watched was a competitive mog-off, where these guys are trying to win the most amount of votes for who's the most attractive. If you want to increase your chances of mogging,
We
you could
gotta
attend
stop.
Mogwarts, an online school for becoming hot. But it's not just niche communities. An increasing amount of actors, athletes, and even CEOs have completely transformed their appearances.
Yeah, but that's because they have money, like...
I saw a photo recently of who I thought was Mike O'Hearn. I didn't even recognize it was one of my favorite authors, Matthew Walker, the sleep doctor. The male beauty and cosmetic industry has exploded over the last few
Yeah.
years. So how
You think women have a lot of pressure to get fucking big titties and shit? Men just have it just as bad. Yo, Zavix! I'm gonna start hammering my cheekbones thanks to Smug. Bro, don't fucking do that! Don't start hammering your cheeks, bro! That's bad! Which cheeks? I love the little chatter says which ones.
How did we get here? What
Your
makes a
butt
man
cheeks
attractive
or your
has always
face
been
cheeks,
multifaceted.
bro?
Researchers recognize key traits like physical cues, status, and
Yeah.
personality.
Uh-huh.
Looks have always mattered, but they
Yeah,
were only
of
one piece of the
course.
puzzle. But they've become increasingly
Yeah, good looks mean higher status, but the thing is that over time, looks for different eras in time have changed. Like, for example, being a affluent person actually meant that if you were a little bit on the fatter side, it meant that you had a lot of money to get a lot of food or eat a lot of sugar. So women were painted in a specific way in like that Renaissance and like around the 1600s because it meant that you were like affluent. Like, I'm not talking like morbidly obese, but like more fat than like, I don't know, like a couple of 20 pounds or 30 pounds overweight.
Emphasized with the creation of social media.
As
Just
opposed
look
to,
at this graph
standard
for how
size.
couples are meeting. In-person connections have
yeah.
fallen, while online dating has exploded. Now, you can meet people from anywhere in the world.
Yep.
It's a much bigger pond. And for many, it feels more competitive. And as real-world social
True.
spaces have declined massively, many men started turning to the internet for answers. That's where free worldviews took.
Which surgery would ascend me? 14, rate me and give me soft maxing advice. You're 14? You should be playing fucking Fortnite!
Free worldviews took shape. Blue pill,
Oh
what most people
my.
fall under. Dating is about personality, kindness, and connection. Be yourself, and things will work out. Red pillars see this as remaining in a comforting illusion, because they believe that dating is really about status, confidence, and dominance. If you live
Again, it's there's nothing wrong with like being red pill, but there has to be a balance. You can't just like say, oh, I have a dog shit personality, but I have confidence and big abs. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. At least to 90% of people. Like, normal people are not what girls are on the internet, for example. Like, on Instagram and shit. Where Instagram girls will be like, oh, well, I want to be a super skinny, flabini weenie, teddy weenie, and the guy that I'm with has to have a six-pack, which is fucking insane, by the way. You have to do a lot of cutting and starve yourself to have visible six-packs as a man or a woman. Like, you really do have to starve yourself. That's why bodybuilders, before they do the competition, they have to literally starve themselves. They don't even drink water.
level up, you can
It's
win.
not realistic
This is saying the
for,
true
like, the
rules
average
of attraction.
person.
But then there's a black pill. Your genetics and looks decide everything.
Yeah.
If you're unattractive, it's already over. A brutally fatalistic idea. As a skinny teenager, that idea felt bleak. I already
my
felt
God.
unsure about myself. Everywhere I looked, I would see more and more fitness transformations where someone would completely transform. So I saw getting shredded
they
as a
get
solution to all
they
my
do
problems.
roids,
I couldn't
most of
see it
them.
yet, but this was the beginning of a pretty unhealthy chapter, as a new
my
ideology was
God.
quietly growing.
This guy knows. He's a young guy.
Male glow
Wrecking
ups
your
have reached
body.
new levels with the rise of something called Looksmaxxing.
I think doing roids when you're like 14 years old is the same thing as when you have a 14-year-old girl and they tell them to get a boob job. I think it's just as sick as that, especially because your body is still developing. Like, whatever you want to do as an 18-year-old is like on you, because you're legally an adult. You can do that, right? But like when you're 14 years old and you get influenced and you want to like do roids or you want to get a surgery done that like alters your fucking face or whatever, anything really, I think that's terrible. I don't
It's a
think anybody
TikTok
should
trend
feel like that.
taking hold of men seeking to maximize their physical appearance.
But it didn't start on TikTok. It originated in anonymous forums, filled with men
Yeah.
who believed they were genetically doomed in dating.
I think that
That was R9K. I remember fucking seeing R9K posts a long time ago in like middle school. Yeah, that forum was full of people that just hated life and they said they were ugly and nobody would love them ever. It was very sad.
every woman who encounters
Or you
me
call
on the
yourself a
street is
robot and
inherently
stuff.
disgusted by me. I'm physically unattractive, I'm visibly autistic, and I have no experience speaking to females.
Many had felt ignored and assumed
Females.
it was their looks that were responsible. So they started to wonder,
I
how
think
could
your
they
attitude
optimize
is a
them?
lot of it
In its
too.
earliest form, Looksmaxxing was extreme. Surgeries, drugs, anything that promised escape from being labelled genetically inferior. And what kept people locked into it was an uncomfortable truth. Looks really do matter.
They do.
And studies back that
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
up.
Hamimesh et al. Found that attractive individuals tend to earn 3 to 4% more than their less attractive counterparts.
While 58% of Fortune 500 CEOs are
And that goes for either gender. Yeah, like if you're an ugly female or an ugly male, like it's just you get treated differently and you have to adapt to it from an early age. Yeah, if you are a 9 out of 10, I'm talking like you are genetically like you hit the lottery. Maybe you're like a little bit muscular or you have like nice boobs or something as a girl and you have like really good genetics. You rolled a nat 20 basically or a nat 19.
over 6 foot, even though
is.
only around
Hardcore
15%
privilege?
of
Yeah,
the
for
US
sure.
male population.
Yeah, like, I mean, think about it. Like, let's not even go into, like, the incel take of, like, oh, he's muscular and he has, like, a giga chin. You look at a mousy girl, maybe she has flat boobs, maybe she's not super attractive, she has glasses on, doesn't take care of her hair. I think people 9 times out of 10, if you walk into, like, a store and she falls down and, like, drops her, like, groceries, people aren't really going to be inclined to help her. But then the girl with the big titties, and she's blonde, and maybe she's wearing a nice dress that makes her boobies look big, someone's going to fucking help her. And it's the same thing with guys. If you're probably going to fucking encounter a guy that approaches a girl and is being flirty with her, 9 times out of 10, a girl will reciprocate because you're attractive. If you're an ugly guy and you hit on her the same exact way, you're going to get rejected, probably, like 99% of the time.
Reach that height.
It's harassment. This is a good way, actually, to put it. Not in a good way in that it's fair, but like a good way to put it is if you're attractive, it's not harassment. Yeah, like if you get flirted and if you get hit on by a hot guy, it's not harassment. Yeah, you get HR called on you.
And colleagues have shown that unattractive criminals go to jail for twice as long as attractive criminals.
Now,
this is also true, bro. Oh my god, remember that fucking murderer that was he looked like the Joker? No, not the Joker. He had the same name as Deadpool. And he was quote-unquote relatively attractive. I didn't find him attractive at all, but you know, like all these fucking chicks would send him fan mail and stuff. Oh my god. I was like, dude. Yeah, Wade Wilson, that was it. And it's like, dude, that's actually just a testament to how attractiveness fucking works for you in your favor.
correlation
As
does
a
not mean
criminal,
causation,
even.
but
Men do
pretty
it too.
privilege
Yeah, crazy.
does seem
I can fix her is the same thing. A girl will go into like jail for doing something horrible, and guys will say like, "Oh, I can fix her because she's got freaking nice titties or something."
to exist.
Or a
Psychologists
nice face.
call this the halo effect.
Absolutely.
The tendency to assume that good-looking people are more competent, more trustworthy,
And
more
that's not
valuable.
always true.
So the forums
Not
tried
at
to turn
all.
attraction into something objective. They built systems, facial ratios, skull measurements, and eye-shaped theories, all designed to create a mechanical hierarchy of beauty. The most famous was a PSL scale.
Heavenly deity, ascended, subhuman, human, ascended. What the?
Scale, a ranking from 1 to 8.
Goes from
Do you see that these are all like actors too? That like Hollywood puts in movies and stuff?
subhuman, sub 5, Chad.
The goal of
Wow.
Looksmaxxing is simple: ascension. Move up the ladder, and to do that, there's 2 paths.
You gotta hammer your
Softmaxxing,
face,
which is the
dude.
more mild stuff you see on TikTok.
Yeah. What is this? Clean trim nails. Yep. Good grooming. Good hygiene. Finding a hairstyle. Yep. Building muscle. Special. Okay. Yep. Improving posture. Yep. Running hybrid aesthetics. Fixing interior. Yeah,
All mild
sure.
stuff.
This is totally fine. I think everybody should at least take care of yourself. Because you know what? You shouldn't take care of yourself to attract another person. You should do it because it makes you feel good. The problem is that when you're really, really sad and depressed, you don't want to do anything. That's the problem. And I could also argue that some people would say that if it truly doesn't bother you, that's fine too, as long as it, you know, I don't know, like it, as long as you're being relatively healthy.
You see on TikTok.
Yeah.
Skin maxing, hair maxing, gym maxing.
If you don't want
But
to
then
do
there's
that,
hard
that's cool
maxing.
too.
Permanent, often high-risk
Makes you
changes to
happy.
the body. This includes jaw surgeries, performance-enhancing
Wow.
drugs, but also more extreme stuff, such as the brutally painful leg
Ooh.
lengthening surgery.
No, don't ever do that. Do you know what happens to your legs? You can't use them. You can't, like, basically walking becomes extreme pain to you, even years after the surgery's done. Yeah, don't do that. We don't have the technology to, like, help people become taller. I almost said heighter. Yeah, you can't get taller, yeah, like, painlessly.
At around $100,000
It's
for the
horrible.
surgery, with months
Agonizing
of
pain.
rehabilitation afterwards. This is not something.
And you never truly feel good. Like, you can't do sports, you can't go on longer walks. You basically like become Almost like an invalid, I guess, like an older person that can't walk very far, and that's
to take
miserable.
lightly.
Some forms of hard maxing have become normalized, like braces or hair transplants.
Yeah, I had braces. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
But because many of these procedures are expensive
Yeah,
or age limited, some teenagers turn to extreme DIY alternatives. But before we dive into the darker side of the trend and its wider effects, a quick word from today's sponsor, Legend London. They make minimalist clothing designed to fit you better if you're more athletic. Often, well-fitting clothing looks a lot better than loud branding. They design everything around a more athletic frame, broader up top, without the overly tight gym bro look. I've been wearing their stuff for years, back when skinny jeans was still a thing.
I'm sorry, the dog one gets me every time. That fucking skinny jean dog. Sorry, I know it's an ad, but like this dog gets me every time, dude.
It's one of the few brands where the quality still holds up. What I use the most now are their t-shirts. They stay soft and fit well around the chest and the arms, while being more relaxed around the waist.
That's true.
While also being weirdly stain resistant, as I found after spilling my drink down myself. They also make trousers in 3 different fits.
Crazy.
Relaxed, regular, and tapered. If you want to check them out, you can use the code BRETT for an extra discount. It also directly supports the channel, so we can keep making these videos. So thanks to Legend London for allowing us to research Max and edit Max this video.
Edit Max this video.
Glow Up Transformations were my first window into this world.
Wow, that's crazy. What did he do? Did he get a hair transplant? Oh my god, he's like a different person. I'm telling you, chat, your hair is very important to you. I would say so.
World. There's these apps which you can scan your face with and generate these Looksmaxxing top trumps with the goal of leveling up your stats.
Dude, he looks like a Roblox character profile. Why does his jaw like that?
The most highest rated on the PSL scale are referred to as the PSL gods. Anonymous forums are typically edgy in nature.
Grandma! Babushka! Come here! You know what? You know what? She loves him. Yeah, like, thanks, Grandma. That's a nice grandma.
Are typically edgy in nature. Not everything is to be taken seriously.
Honestly, that's so
There's a mix of
beige.
trolling
She loves her
and genuine
grandchild,
degeneracy,
dude.
which is why news sites struggle to understand it. But beneath the memes are guys seeking advice. A lot of it boils down to losing body fat, skincare, and personal hygiene. But you'll also find guides on how to maximize your testicle volume.
You want your balls to be bigger? Look, is that a thing? Do you want to have big balls? I'm sorry, I'm taking this seriously. It's just very funny to me to say it out loud as a girl. I get all giggly, like, oh, you want big balls? Ball maxing.
How to lose a pound of fat a day with miracle drugs. Or more obsessive posts, such as this kid who shared his photos, along with every single measurement from his body, only to be told by over 100 people that he is truly subhuman. With the top comment being, I think you should take a break from this forum, bro.
You need to get off the internet. You're a kid. Go play some fucking Fortnite.
People can get quite obsessive, such as this guy who made a whole post about how he'd look kissing a girl. The top response, why do you do this to yourself?
Oh my
But there's something sad about some of these posts. A young guy will post their photo along with a self-loathing caption. Is it even possible for a human to look more subhuman than me? And it's met with questionable advice. Inject tea and human growth hormone ASAP, not even trolling. Rope you are to subhuman. Yes, sorry, very subhuman, look like vermin.
So the overwhelming majority of people said, well, basically that I'm unsavable, and the only recommendation for me
He just looks like an average Joe Schmo to me.
is surgery.
Wow.
I started posting in the bodybuilding forum as a 14-year-old looking for advice. A lot of it was decent, but you'd also get people taking the piss. But I stuck around because I wanted to do what it takes. Whether that's wearing joggers under my school trousers to look less skinny, or putting weights in my school bag. I even asked for fat calipers for Christmas when I was looking like this. Shame or feeling...
Are you serious? Are you serious, dude? He felt bad looking like this?
Shame or feeling
That's so
insecure can be a very
sad.
powerful motivator for change, but for many, it becomes an unhealthy obsession, as indicated by this post, where a 14-year-old asked people to rate him. Get off the forum, go outside
today's
and make
age,
friends
dad
now.
bod, that's
For most
crazy
people,
to
it stops
me.
there, but for some,
You can always be thinner. Look better.
But American Psycho was literally a book making fun of Patrick Bateman in a way. Like, obviously you have to actually read it to get it, but it's like he's a fucking irredeemable psycho. I think the problem is that, like, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, sure, he's looksmaxxing and shit, but like he's an actual psycho. Yeah, people don't get satire. It's crazy. Yeah, it's the parody of exactly the same person. Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's so crazy that nobody believes him. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, yeah, like he's a psychopath, and then when he comes out to people and he's like, yeah, I fucking kill people, it's like people just laughed in his face and he felt alienated and it's like crazy, and he just kept living his life.
Look better.
that's how figures like
Yeah.
Clavicular rise.
He's a
If you could go back in
Looksmaxxing.
time, would you still take test at 14 years old?
Absolutely, yeah. $35,000 for a double jaw surgery. I use crystal for hollow cheeks. I'm not a huge longevity guy.
He became famous inside the Looksmaxxing spaces for taking things further than anyone else. He posted about watching surgery videos so he could operate on himself, drug use, and about how he could use student loans.
He's actually a psychopath. I think if he got what is it called? That's an edit. No, I'm well aware the profile picture is an edit, but like that, I think this is a textbook psychopath. Or at the very least, a sociopath.
To pay for plastic surgery until he was
he's got some
reported to the
sort of
university.
disorder.
I was kicked out of uni for essentially roid maxing.
But by then,
Yeah.
he was already a popular influencer. Most people are watching for the entertainment or shock value.
I literally witnessed.
It was that what I think it is. It's one of those things that's crazy.
Clav
Yeah, it's
snort
her
meth.
pee-pee pump.
Literally. Witnessed it.
While others see him as proof that if you're willing to sacrifice everything, you could ascend. The media often presents the darker side,
But it's not
like
worth
it's
it, you're
new,
gonna
but
die
we've seen
so
something
soon.
very similar before.
And now, Stacy, take off the bag. Here we go, and let's see the face.
I've seen this clip before. That is so mean. She's cute as fuck, man. She's got clear skin, a cute nose, and nice eyes. And cute lip. Dude, that's so cruel. Bro, the muted fucking sound is crazy.
This was classic 2000s television, where humiliation was entertainment. And
Well, that and too, this is horrible too. I remember looking when I'd go into the dairy, that's like a 7-Eleven in New Zealand and stuff. When I was a kid, and you'd see the tabloids like lined up near the front, you'd see these celebrities that are clearly like out on the beach and paparazzi are like taking pictures of them, and it's like a tabloid or whatever. And you'd see them, and they're like these women that are maybe like 150 pounds. And they would say shit like, look at this fucking disgusting. She put on like 20 pounds and she's pregnant. And it's like now looking back at it, I was a kid. I didn't think anything of it because I didn't care for it. But like if I went back in time, I'd be like, God damn, that's fucking gross. 150 pounds and as a woman, and they're shitting on her because back then the extreme version in Hollywood was more acceptable, like bordering, I can't say the word, but like bordering the bad, the anablexia word. Like, yeah, these girls would starve themselves, and I think the pendulum swung again way too far where we got fat acceptance and now it's going back the other way. I think it's been like 20 years.
when modern beauty culture
It's swinging
went
back
mainstream.
around, I think.
Because today, the global beauty industry is worth over $600 billion.
Yeah,
Back in the early 1900s, advertising was simple. You sold the product, the price, and the quantity. But for America, to enter its golden age of capitalism,
Tasty.
capitalism,
Coca-Cola.
something had to change.
Why the
You see,
Coca-Cola days
you
gonna
could
make
only
you
sell
go
so many
back?
bars of soap. That's when companies started hiring psychologists to try and drive more sales, such as Edward Bernays, the father of modern PR, and the nephew of Sigmund Freud. He believed people were irrational, insecure, impulsive, and emotional. And if you could tap into that, you could get them to buy anything. So he
True.
reframed
Yeah, you
products
can.
as symbols. He took cigarettes, which were taboo for women at the time, and branded them as torches of freedom. He linked smoking to female liberation, and cigarettes.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not about to like derail this entire fucking video. I'm not gonna do it. Just know that I'm thinking it right now.
Cigarette sales
Female
soared.
empowerment.
This is where marketers.
Corpos taking virtue signaling and empowering people to sell a product. That's crazy. That happened even back when your parents were like young. Your grandparents. It's crazy.
Started really focusing on pressing on pain
Oh my
points.
god, it
With
sounds so
classics
familiar.
like,
Yeah, we
if
just
men
talked
hate the
about
sight
it.
of you, read this.
If men hit the sight of you, read this. Let's beat it. Here comes that skinny dame. Oh my god. You're gorgeous since you gained weight. Thousands of skinny girls gain 10 to 20 pounds quick.
Romance dies of a touch of dishpan hands. This is no shape for a girl. It's far more profitable.
What? Oh my god, this is what I'm saying. Like, beauty standards constantly shift because of propaganda and advertising. I'm telling you, chat. That's the shape? Yeah, wide hips, the fuck?
Girl. It's far more profitable to market inferiority. I'm not a communist
True.
or anti-business, but there's definitely a line that gets crossed.
Yeah.
When tabloids fat shame Britney Spears.
It's almost the same thing. It's almost the same. Look at her. She looks great. She looks like an average woman, and she's on stage and shit. No wonder she fucking went crazy and freaking shaved her head, man. I do feel bad for her. I think she could have been a normal, like, relatively normal pop star, and I think the tabloids really fucking ruined her. Now we got BBLs. Yeah, she's got. I don't see any surgery on her.
Fat shame Britney Spears for clicks.
Oh my god. They're stalking her diet. Oh my god. Pals say that one svelte star often comfort eats and her menu of choice is junk food just weeks before her tour because she was laden with an extra 20 pounds of flab. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I used to see this shit like all the time in the dairy that I would go to. Like, Jennifer Aniston gained 20 pounds and she looks like a normal woman, like average. I'm not talking like skinny, just like average woman with a little bit of like, I wouldn't even say this is pudge. She just has a stomach. That's literally what this is. You can barely see anything.
When heroin chic was sold as a beauty ideal,
Oh my
out of
God.
that came eating disorder communities.
Oh my god, I'm not even gonna talk about this. When I was on Tumblr, I saw this shit all the time. It's really fucked. I'm surprised I didn't get sucked into it. I'm not gonna lie, I saw this all the time.
Communities, risky cosmetic procedures,
Yeah.
and generations of women who hated their reflection. For decades, this machine was aimed
Yeah,
almost
Barbies and
entirely
shit.
at women. But now,
Maybe
it's
I'm
being
immune to
pointed at men.
propaganda
We
like
have drugs
that.
being used as glow-up tools. Instead of airbrushed magazine covers, you get fabricated AI glow-ups, which thousands of people are falling for, along with rebranded eating disorders.
What? Dude, look at that.
AI glow-ups, which thousands
Look.
of people are falling for, along with rebranded eating disorders and forms of body dysmorphia. This is
Yeah.
where it started going wrong for me. I was copying fitness influencers.
I aim to eat below 1,800 calories at 14. Bro, and you're a growing kid too. So your diet is also different from an adult. Your body needs nutrients. I don't know. I hope this guy didn't fuck himself up when he was a kid.
Disordered eating tips, spending most of my money on useless fat burners,
Oh
and I
my
picked up health issues from nutrient deficiencies. Despite looking better, I felt worse. When you
Wow.
turn self-worth into a product, someone always
This guy
pays the
knows.
price.
He's
The
gone
people
through
staring
it,
at the
bro.
screen, wondering what's wrong with them.
Stunting your growth?
This
Yeah,
guy
it
has
can.
now had
Absolutely.
10
It's
surgeries
permanent,
in a
too.
year, and he says he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, including the latest procedure just a few weeks ago where his eyes were turned outwards again.
You can do that? What?
Not even the people paying tens of thousands for the best surgeries are guaranteed to have no complications. Take leg lengthening surgery. It costs over $100,000 and involves breaking both femurs and slowly pulling them apart over months.
Terrible.
If it works, you gain a few inches of height, but you also lose athleticism. And in worst case scenarios,
you can also just get fat again because you can't fucking move, and then you're just like setting yourself back another fucking set. That pain is agonizing. I watched an entire documentary on it. It's like 45 minutes long. It's on YouTube. The guy went through surgery. He literally cannot walk more than like 20 minutes a day. He's not fat. He's not got any other issues. He literally did the surgery like a year ago or something, maybe 2 years ago before the documentary, and he's just forever like ruined. I think the doctor should be charged for like something like malpractice for like letting people do that to themselves, because I understand like accidents do happen and like sometimes a doctor can make a mistake, but like you went through this and let them do this all for money.
Lead to amputation. Now these are extreme, but the tools behind them are now being repackaged and marketed to far younger people. Teenagers who'd be turned away by doctors are turning to Telegram chats, forums, and grey market labs to chase the same changes.
After 6 weeks, I had liver failure. fucking liver failure? How? It was hard because every night, every single hour, my parents came in my room to check if I was dead, basically.
Yet, these are often glorified and promoted to teenagers.
Looksmaxxing communities are almost competing.
And I think what hurts the most is like those people that like almost ruin their life and stuff. Like they always tell like these kids, they'll go on these podcasts and like beg them, like, please don't do what I did, and then people do it anyway. I don't know, man. Sad, really sad.
With each other to try and come up with the most extreme remedies possible for improving your looks.
But by far the most harmful consequences for most people are the psychological ones. I fell into the trap of obsessing over flaws and being hypercritical, because focusing on what I wasn't good at helped me improve in sports and at school. But that mindset started bleeding into everything. I became hard on myself full stop, to the point where when someone would compliment me, I'd assume that they were mocking me.
Man, that's so fucked!
I stopped socializing as much, and I'd feel guilty about when I ever felt okay about myself. What keeps you stuck in this is how comforting that harshness can feel.
And he
because
showed
somewhere along
pictures
the
of
way,
himself,
you start
too.
believing that suffering equals
Man,
progress.
that hits hard.
But live like that long enough, and you stop believing progress is even possible. Psychologists call it learned helplessness, when repeated failure convinces you nothing you ever do will be good enough. So you stop trying.
You don't want to
A lot
try,
of these people convince themselves that they're bottlenecked by their 7 out of 10 looks, not the fact their other attributes are at a 2 out of 10, or they've consumed so much pseudo-scientific slop that their self-esteem is non-existent.
You know, you went on this when you were like a 17-year-old. That's how you first found out about Looksmaxxing and started using these.
That's what's fucked up about it, is that like most of these kids that start, they perish, or they grow into adults with like extreme mental or health problems. And then it's too late. Turning something around when you're like an adult is really hard. Like, ask anybody in chat that started smoking like a lot when they were like a kid. Like, do you wish you would have stopped or like not started when you were a kid, knowing what happens now? Like, I bet a lot of people would have quit, or at least told them not to. You're like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, because you can't fucking quit now. Same with like mentalities. I know it's not a one-to-one. Obviously, one's like an actual addiction. One is like you have to overcome yourself, which is also very difficult. It is a vice.
Forums. You're now 20.
Yeah. My parents always told me that.
After all this?
I never smoked.
Wasted so much time, and my perception of myself right now is worse than ever.
We see this with celebrities who keep altering their appearance.
Oh yeah, Zac Efron. What the fuck, man? Like, dude looks like a normal dude, and then he has these like fucking weird ass surgeries done on his face.
Celebrities
Looks way worse.
who keep altering their appearance.
Michael Jackson's one is sad too, because it's tied to his family and how they overworked him and fucking whipped him because they wanted a money-making machine. Yeah, this is like really sad.
Even when they already look great. But this pattern isn't new. The ancient Greeks actually had a cautionary tale that captures the darker side of this obsession perfectly. In Greek mythology, Narcissus was a young man who once caught his reflection in a still pool of water.
I learned that when I was like 5.
He kept staring, mistaking it for someone else. He became obsessed, stopped eating, and stopped sleeping, eventually wasting away beside the image he could never touch.
I thought that the story when he drowned himself because he kept looking into the water. Maybe I read a different version.
A narcissus flower
It's
grew
the
in
same
his place,
principle, you
which is
basically
where the
just
word
die.
narcissism comes from.
Yeah, narcissus.
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really
good looking,
really ridiculously good looking?
Harvard psychiatrist Dr. Harrison Pope has spent decades studying what he calls the Adonis complex, a condition where men become obsessed with their appearance and believe they're never muscular or attractive enough, even when they already look great. From the outside, it looks like narcissism, but Pope's research shows it's often the opposite. Body dysmorphia for men, driven by unrealistic standards and constant comparisons. But what helped pull me out of my own spiral with fitness wasn't affirmations or self-belief slogans. It was a book from the 1960s that was way ahead of its time. In the 1960s...
I want to touch on this too before I forget. I felt that way on Facebook when I graduated like fucking school. And I saw people like graduating because I quit, and it made me feel so bad about myself. I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a failure. Even though like I think I'm pretty smart, I just don't think school was for me. That sent me into a fucking spiral. It's why I started playing a lot of video games too. Like I just didn't want to look at social media like Instagram and stuff, and I would see all my friends like graduating, and I fucking hated that. Yeah.
A plastic surgeon named Maxwell Maltz
I know it's not
noticed
the
something
same, but,
strange.
like, it's
Some
the same
patients
feeling.
completely changed their faces and still felt ugly. Others barely changed at all and suddenly became more confident and more social. The surgery alone wasn't what changed their lives. It was how they saw themselves.
The
If someone believed they were
placebo effect.
broken, no new face could fix it. Self-image isn't just how you see yourself. It's how you think the world sees you. As one sociologist put it, you're not who you think you are. You're not who others think you are. You're who you think others think you are. That's the paradox. Improving how you look can improve how you feel, but only when it's not rooted in hate. This is what I wish I realized sooner, back when I was struggling with disordered eating and exercise habits.
bro.
I don't know if I'd have listened to this,
I just
but I
wanna
should have
pat his
focused
little
on things more
head. It's so
holistically.
sad.
In other words, focusing on trying to be good rather than just looking good. I'm a big proponent for self-improvement, but a bit of self-acceptance isn't being complacent. Without it, you're wide open to the worst parts of the fitness and beauty industry.
True.
Improve how you
And they
look if you
wanna
want
make
to.
money off
Just
of
don't let an
you.
algorithm decide what you're worth.
Yeah, they truly don't care about you. They just want to make money off of you. That was a good video. W video, chat. W video. That's right. Where's my music? Ooh. Perfect. Informative. Yeah, I don't know. I also think like him speaking on himself is very sad. Man, that fucking video with the girl. Oh my god, dude. It makes me wonder, like, I did get made fun of like pretty frequently in school. It's like, was I really that ugly, or are people just really fucking mean? Because I just don't believe that I was that unattractive. I had braces, and like I was kind of a, what is it called? Like I grew into myself a little bit slower than all the other girls. Kids being mean? Yeah, I don't know. I did have acne. I didn't have like horrible acne, but I did have acne. I had very low self-confidence. But then, you know what really fucking took me? I think I got into like late high school, and all of a sudden like guys started wanting to talk to me, and then I didn't want to talk to anybody because I said fuck them. You bullied me like my whole fucking high school, and I never wanted to talk to anybody. Yeah. I grew into myself a little bit, but like I never fucking did any of that shit, dude. It's the boobs. Yeah, maybe. Lesson learned. Don't fucking trust no bitch. That's right. You're hot, wanna date? Your tail got bigger. Floofy your tail! Yeah. There are very few people that are actually ugly. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. You roll the dice. It's genetic. I just got made fun of me because I hit puberty early. They could go free themselves. Man, that's so fucked, Tammy. That's so fucked. fucking bitches. I'll fucking go warrior cats mode on them, bro. I would go warrior cat mode. I fucking beat him up. Don't bully Tammy. Yeah, fuck him up. That's right. That was a really good video. Go check out Josh, bro. We watched a lot of videos by him. It's pretty cool.